Alright everyone, you guessed it. Today we're doing the Wenning warm-up for lower body. Sequel to last video, if you haven't watched that yet, you can check it out right here. Same principles apply here. We're doing 4 rounds at 25 reps each, this time focusing on 2 weak point exercises and 1 movement pattern exercise. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so the goal for the lower body here is the same as the goal for the upper body, and that is to knock out 3 exercises for 4 rounds of 25 reps each, all in a time frame of 12 to 14 minutes for this to be effective. Now when we get into exercise selection, it's very similar, so let's get into that next. Starting off with 2 exercises here that prioritize the longevity of some of the joints that we encounter the most wear and tear in, being the knees and the lower spine. I find that most people have weak hamstrings when compared to their quads, so I always like to start there in my own training as well. Even from a physique and bodybuilding perspective, my hamstrings need to be brought up, so that's where we begin. Moving on to the lower back, I'm using reverse hyperextension machine, which can be incredibly useful to distract the spine, lengthening it, and providing some much needed decompression before I get onto a more compressive lift later in the session. I also just love the way this machine pumps my lower back up and makes me feel throughout the day. Definitely need to build up my conditioning on these. Sometimes I throw in an ab exercise here if I feel that the front of the core is more of a weakness than the back, or if I just want some extra ab work thrown in, but most of the time, the hyper is what I stick to. Finally, I'm getting into a movement pattern recruiting exercise, and since I'm squatting later, I'll be hitting squats. The belt squat specifically is nice here because I can get a lot of reps in, 100 to be exact, without any compression on my spine. This belt is transferring all the weight directly to my legs, and trust me, with this many reps, it's burning. And ideally, just like with the upper body, these exercises change slightly from session to session, and I'm excited to get into the different variations that we can use in future videos. Different angles, slightly different stimulus, keeping our joints happy. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the lower body Wenning warm-ups. Pick the things that you are weak in and get them stronger. Thank you all for watching, stay tuned for what's coming next, and God bless.